It was supposed to be a feel-good episode on The Kelly Clarkson Show, filled with laughter, music, and charm. The guest of honor Jennifer Lopez arrived in style, wearing a sleek white suit and her signature confidence. Fans cheered as she stepped onto the stage, waving to the audience. Kelly greeted her warmly, gushing about her new movie and her incredible career. No one could have predicted that within minutes, the friendly tone would twist into one of daytime TV's most talked-about moments. The interview began smoothly, with Kelly complimenting Jennifer on her new romantic drama and upcoming tour. The two laughed about motherhood, fame, and balancing work and life. The chemistry seemed effortless. But as the discussion deepened, Kelly shifted to a more serious note. "You've been in this industry for decades," she said. "How do you handle criticism now compared to when you started?" Jennifer smiled politely, but her eyes flickered as the question hit a nerve. "You learn to ignore it," Jennifer replied carefully. "People always have opinions. You can't live your life for other people." Kelly nodded, adding softly, "That's true, but sometimes fans feel disconnected when celebrities seem untouchable." Jennifer tilted her head slightly, unsure how to take it. "Untouchable?" she repeated. "I work harder than anyone I know. I've earned where I am." The audience clapped awkwardly. The tension began to rise. Trying to clarify, Kelly smiled. "I didn't mean it that way. I just think people see you as this larger-than-life figure." Jennifer crossed her legs, her expression cool. "Well, maybe that's because I'm larger than life," she said with a confident laugh. The audience chuckled nervously. Kelly looked momentarily thrown off, forcing another smile. What was meant as a compliment had landed wrong, and the air shifted slightly in the studio. "Kelly," the professional, tried to move on. "You've done everything, acting, singing, producing. Is there anything you haven't conquered yet?" Jennifer shrugged. "Peace and quiet," she joked, though her tone carried an edge. Kelly replied lightly, "I get that. I love my alone time too." But when she added, "Though, I'm not sure someone as busy as you ever slows down," Jennifer raised an eyebrow. "You saying I don't know how to relax?" Kelly laughed nervously. No, I'm saying you're always working. You're a powerhouse." Jennifer smirked. "That's true. But don't confuse drive with dysfunction." The audience tittered uncomfortably. Kelly nodded quickly, sensing the moment slipping. She took a sip of water, trying to steer the interview back towards safer ground. "Let's talk about your new music video," she said, smiling brightly. Jennifer nodded, but her tone cooled. "Sure, it's called Unfiltered Love. It's about honesty, something we don't always see in this business." The word honesty hung in the air like a subtle jab. Kelly blinked, unsure if it was aimed at her. She responded carefully, "That's beautiful. I think being honest is what people love most about you." Jennifer smiled tightly. "Good, because I'm nothing if not real." The audience clapped, but Kelly's next question reignited the spark. "You've built such an empire," she began, "but people often say you're hard to work with. Do you think that's fair?" Jennifer's expression froze. "Who says that?" she asked, her tone sharp. Kelly hesitated. "I mean people online." Tabloids saw Jennifer interrupted. "So gossip counts as journalism now?" The crowd gasped. Kelly quickly backpedaled. "I didn't mean to offend you. I just wanted to ask how you handle rumors." Jennifer's smile returned, but it didn't reach her eyes. "Rumors are for people who don't have real lives," she said curtly. "I don't waste energy on nonsense." Kelly nodded awkwardly, trying to laugh it off. "I admire that. I wish I could ignore social media too." Jennifer shrugged. "Maybe stop reading it." A few laughs trickled in, but the tone had soured. Kelly's producers exchanged nervous glances. This wasn't going according to plan. Kelly took a deep breath, her instincts telling her to change direction. "You know," she said warmly, "I think both of us know what it's like to be strong women in a tough business." Jennifer's gaze softened slightly. "True," she agreed. "But not everyone understands that strength doesn't mean smiling through disrespect." The line drew subtle applause, though it seemed to carry a double meaning. Kelly tried to keep her composure. "Oh, absolutely. Respect is everything." Jennifer leaned back, her tone controlled but pointed. "Sometimes people mistake kindness for weakness. I've learned to remind them I'm not here to please everyone." Kelly nodded stiffly. "That's fair." The tension was palpable, like static in the air. As they returned from a commercial break, producers hoped things would calm down. Instead, the next segment only added fuel. Kelly introduced a fan Q&A portion. The first fan asked Jennifer if she'd ever collaborate with other pop stars like Taylor Swift. Jennifer smiled, but then replied sharply, "I don't compete with anyone. I'm in my own lane." The crowd murmured. Kelly tried to defuse it with a joke, "Hey, that's one busy lane." But Jennifer didn't laugh. The exchange grew frostier. Jennifer crossed her arms. "It's funny how people always want women to compete instead of celebrate each other." Kelly agreed. "Totally. I'm all about sisterhood." Jennifer gave a tight smile. "Then maybe stop asking questions like that." The crowd gasped again. Kelly's smile faltered slightly. This was live television, and every second felt like an hour. "I didn't mean it negatively," Kelly said softly. "I just think fans love seeing powerful women team up." Jennifer tilted her head. "You mean like women keeping things a positive for TV?" The crowd went silent. Kelly looked stunned. "Yeah, broken bar. I just want people to have fun watching." Jennifer shrugged. "Fun's great, but real's better." Behind the cameras, chaos brewed. Producers frantically debated whether to cut to commercial again. Kelly smiled tightly, her professionalism unshaken. "Well, Jennifer, you're definitely real and no one can deny that." Jennifer leaned in slightly. "I hope that's not sarcasm." Kelly froze, unsure how to respond. "Of course not," she said finally. The audience's discomfort was now visible. Even applause cues couldn't revive the energy. Kelly tried steering the interview toward Jennifer's philanthropy, but the tension lingered. "You've done so much good work for the community," Kelly said sincerely. Jennifer nodded, but her tone remained distant. "Yeah, I just believe in helping, not talking about it." Another subtle jab. The production crew sensed things unraveling. Jennifer glanced towards someone offstage, seemingly irritated. Kelly noticed and asked lightly, "Everything okay?" Jennifer replied, "Yeah, I just prefer interviews where the host listens instead of waiting to talk." The audience gasped audibly. Kelly's face fell slightly, though she quickly masked it with a professional smile. Kelly began wrapping up, but Jennifer interrupted. "Can I just say one thing?" she asked. "Of course," Kelly said cautiously. Jennifer looked directly into the camera. "People love to twist strong women into villains because we don't play nice all the time. But that's their problem, not ours." The crowd clapped, half in support, half in confusion. Kelly exhaled quietly. The show's floor manager signaled to cut, but Jennifer wasn't finished. "I've done this too long to let anyone downplay me," she continued. Kelly interjected gently, "No one's doing that." Jennifer smiled coldly. "Good, because I wouldn't sit here for it." The remark landed heavily. Within seconds, the audience realized that this interview had gone completely off script. "All right," Kelly said with visible tension, "let's take another short break." Jennifer replied, "You do that." As soon as the camera light faded, producers moved in. Voices clashed quietly off mic. A minute later, Jennifer stood up, removed her microphone, and exited the set. The live audience sat in stunned silence. Kelly stayed seated, her composure unwavering but her eyes glassy with shock. The broadcast returned with Kelly alone. She smiled softly and said, "Sometimes conversations take unexpected turns. We wish Jennifer all the best." The audience applauded uncertainly. Viewers at home flooded social media instantly, posting clips, memes, and theories. Within hours, hashtags like #JenniferWalksOff and #KellyClash trended worldwide. Inside NBC's studio offices, executives scrambled to manage the fallout. "We can't spin this," one producer reportedly said. "It's already viral." Editors trimmed the segment for re-airing, cutting several heated moments, but the internet had captured everything raw, unedited, and unforgettable. Jennifer's publicist issued a short statement the next morning. "Jennifer Lopez has always stood for authenticity and respect. She will continue to express herself truthfully in every setting." Kelly's team replied politely, thanking her for appearing and expressing admiration for her success. Both statements were civil, but fans saw through the diplomacy. Entertainment pundits spent days dissecting every second. Some accused Kelly of being passive-aggressive. Others argued Jennifer overreacted. Media outlets replayed the confrontation endlessly, analyzing body language and tone. One commentator called it the masterclass in controlled chaos. In private, Kelly's crew reportedly reviewed the footage frame by frame, trying to identify what triggered Jennifer's anger. "It started small," one assistant producer said, "just a misunderstanding that snowballed. You could see it in her posture. Once she felt challenged, she shut down." Jennifer, meanwhile, avoided direct interviews but made a cryptic post on social media. "Never apologize for knowing your worth," she wrote, paired with the mirror selfie. Fans flooded the comments, either praising her confidence or urging her to make peace with Kelly. The post gathered millions of likes within hours. Kelly addressed the situation a week later with grace. "We're all human," she said on air. "Emotions happen, and sometimes things don't go as planned. I've got nothing but love for everyone who sits on this couch." The audience applauded warmly. Many viewers admired her composure and empathy. The incident became a cultural talking point. Commentators debated how women in the industry are treated under pressure, judged for passion that men often get praised for. The clash, though uncomfortable, started a bigger conversation about tone, respect, and gender expectations in entertainment. In the months that followed, both Jennifer and Kelly moved on successfully. Kelly continued hosting her show, and Jennifer released a new single that fans claimed subtly referenced the incident. Its lyrics say about walking away from negativity only fueled speculation. Both stars refused to comment further, letting their work speak louder than any rumor. Looking back, the fiery exchange between Jennifer Lopez and Kelly Clarkson became one of daytime TV's most unforgettable moments. It was raw, unscripted, and real, a reminder that even stars can clash when pride meets pressure. The world may have debated who was right, but one truth remained: authenticity, even when uncomfortable, always commands attention. After the viral clip flooded the internet, several celebrity talk shows weighed in. Some hosts defended Jennifer, arguing that strong women are often misinterpreted as combative. Others sympathized with Kelly, praising her calm demeanor. Twitter threads dissected every micro-expression, while fan wars broke out in comment sections. What was once a brief TV moment had turned into a cultural battleground over ego, feminism, and fame. On Instagram, edited clips with dramatic music reached millions of views. Fans turned the incident into memes. One showed Jennifer's walk-off with captions like "mood when someone tests your piece." Kelly's supporters countered with posts celebrating her professionalism. The internet divided itself into #Team Kelly and #Team JLo, each defending their idol with fiery loyalty. Entertainment insiders revealed that producers had considered cutting the entire interview before it aired, but executives decided controversy would boost ratings. Their gamble paid off. Viewership for the Kelly Clarkson Show doubled the following week. Still, the network faced backlash from viewers who accused them of exploiting tension for profit. The PR department scrambled to balance transparency and damage control. Paparazzi caught Jennifer days later outside a Los Angeles studio. When asked about the argument, she smiled coolly and said, "I don't hold grudges. I just move on." Her composed demeanor only deepened the mystery. Was she truly unbothered, or playing it strategically? Headlines the next day screamed, "JLo breaks silence but doesn't back down." Meanwhile, Kelly returned to work as usual. Her staff reportedly held a brief meeting about on-air boundaries and guest sensitivity. Insiders said Kelly handled the situation with maturity, assuring her team she held no ill will. "Things happen," she told them. "You can't control people's reactions, just your own." Her response earned respect across the entertainment community. Social media analysts noticed a curious trend. Both Jennifer's and Kelly's streaming numbers spiked. Old interviews, performances, and songs gained renewed attention. It seemed the controversy had inadvertently reignited interest in their brands. Marketing experts dubbed it the clash effect, proof that even negative press could drive engagement when managed skillfully. Behind closed doors, Jennifer's management reportedly discussed whether to revisit her talk show appearances. "Will be selective moving forward," one source claimed. Jennifer loves authentic conversations, but not ambush moments. Her team also requested stricter pre-interview guidelines from future hosts, a clear sign she wasn't taking chances with her public image again. Kelly's show, on the other hand, quietly adjusted its format. Producers shortened live interviews and implemented more pre-screened questions. Kelly herself grew more cautious but refused to lose her trademark warmth. "You can't let one uncomfortable moment change your whole energy," she told a magazine later. "I still believe in kindness, even when it's hard." Weeks later, an unexpected twist reignited the story. A leaked behind-the-scenes audio clip surfaced online, allegedly capturing part of the off-air exchange between Jennifer and producers. Though authenticity couldn't be confirmed, fans analyzed every word, claiming it revealed Jennifer's frustration about being misrepresented. Legal teams quickly intervened, demanding its removal. The clip's spread only deepened the intrigue. People debated whether it was real or fabricated for clicks. Some believed it painted Jennifer unfairly, while others thought it proved how celebrities can lose patience under scrutiny. The line between reality and perception blurred further, and both women, despite the drama, remained silent. The restraint added to the mystique. By the following month, award season brought them back into the same orbit. Both appeared at the same charity gala in New York. Cameras captured a brief, cordial exchange, a quick handshake, polite smiles, and no visible tension. Fans rejoiced online, posting captions like "Queens making peace." Others speculated it was simply good PR. Either way, it diffused much of the lingering heat. Industry veterans later commented on how both stars handled the situation. "That's professionalism," one producer said. "They both understood that the public loves drama, but longevity comes from composure." The clash, rather than damaging their careers, had humanized them, reminding viewers that even icons have off days. The internet's fury slowly turned into fascination. Journalists continued referencing the incident for months as a benchmark of unscripted authenticity. Some called it the new age of reality TV within talk shows. Others pointed out how quickly the narrative shifted from conflict to redemption. The once explosive argument became a case study in media relations and emotional intelligence under pressure. Jennifer later discussed miscommunication in the media during a different interview without naming Kelly. She spoke about learning when to walk away from negative energy. "Sometimes silence speaks louder than explanations," she said. Fans interpreted it as her final word on the matter. Kelly, in turn, shared a motivational quote on her social page: "Grace isn't weakness, it's strength under fire." Ultimately, the clash between Jennifer Lopez and Kelly Clarkson became more than just a viral moment. It was a reflection of how fame magnifies emotion and how even seasoned professionals can find themselves in uncomfortable territory. Yet, through every headline and hashtag, both women emerged with their dignity intact, a living proof that storms pass, but resilience endures.